What is going on, y'all? What is going on, y'all? Y'all know who it is, man. It is your boy Darion coming to y'all live with another video. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk, and in this video, I will be breaking down the full trade of the Philadelphia 76ers and the Los Angeles Clippers coming up next. Welcome everybody to the Spotlight Sports Talk. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Darion here from Spotlight Sports Talk. But before we get into this video, I definitely need y'all to subscribe and hit that thumbs up and hit that alert bell to get the latest news around sports, because this is the Spotlight Sports Talk and we try to give y'all the best content that we can. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. I know y'all seen my video last night, well earlier this morning at like 2:50 in the morning, when the 76ers traded Landry Shamet, Mike Muscala, and Wilson Chandler for Tobias Harris, Mike Scott, and Boban Marjanovic. Now, I didn't really like the trade at first. I'm not going to even lie to you. I didn't like the trade at first because I really did like Wilson Chandler. I knew that he didn't really stink, in my opinion, according to other Sixers fans, in my opinion. I thought he was a good fit for us, but at the same time, when you got a caliber player as Tobias Harris, you really can't go wrong with him at all. So I just want to get a full breakdown of this trade because I had to really look into it before I made that video. But I do feel like Wilson Chandler was a good starter for us, but just getting Tobias Harris and having Boban Marjanovic coming off the bench, I still don't know who Mike Scott is to this day, and I still won't know him at the end of this day. But I just recap of what we saw last night. The Los Angeles Clippers did receive Wilson Chandler, Mike Muscala, Larry Shamet, a 2020 first-round pick, which is a lottery pick projection, a 2021 first-round pick, unprotected from Miami via Philadelphia, and a 2021 second-round pick from Detroit via Philadelphia, a 2023 second-round pick from Detroit via Philadelphia, and the Philadelphia Sixers received Tobias Harris, Boban Marjanovic, and Mike Scott. For the collective bargaining agreement, the crowd also does not work in the trade machine, and it will be broken up in separate transactions. But on the winners of this crazy blockbuster trade, in my opinion, but it really is to be determined. It's kicking things off with a hedge, and the Sixers do have a massive risk. I can't even lie, but putting it into free agency is not really a big deal. Philly has part ways with some primetime cap room. It was never guaranteed a land big fish, but at the same time, Harris is one of the top 10 summer free agents coming up in this summer, and hopefully the Sixers have a chance to keep him. He doesn't turn 27 until July, and he polished one of the NBA's most lethal looking, starting files with Embiid, Butler, Ben Simmons, and JJ Redick. It just shows how a lot of things can be changed with NBA trades, knowing that it's been going on. Everybody's been distracted from the AD sweepstakes, and we totally forgot about this one. Harris is the second free agent to be the Sixers that have acquired this season, and we acquired Jimmy Butler as well, and paid a steep price to get him. Shamet was having a hell of a rookie year campaign, and that 2021 Miami pick remains one of the league tastiest trade chips, in my opinion. So with that being said, I just feel like it was a lot that went into this trade, but giving up so much, Harris locks the Sixers into a wildly expensive core. If both him and Butler command the max money, Philly will have more than $101 million committed to four-player nucleus, and that features Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. That number will mushroom almost $130 million by 2020 and 2021 if Simmons signs a max extension. Butler and Harris will soften the blow when they wind up signing the below max deals, if that's even possible. The Sixers are still looking at a massive consideration investment in the core that may not include one of the top 10 players, depending on how Butler ages and Ben Simmons develops. It isn't a necessary problem, but the Sixers trying to win now, and they're built for it. Yeah, we are built for it, and they're deeper after this trade, despite the 3-3 swap and with the draft picks as well. Losing Shamet stings, but Harris is a huge upgrade over Chandler, which I agree as well, who's sidelined with a quad injury, and Philly added two playable bodies in the front court with Marjanovic, Tobias Harris. The 76ers can pick up a shooter before Thursday's deadline and buy out the market if they chances of emerging to the Eastern Conference, what would be appreciated better if this were a few days ago, if that matters. But the Clippers do win this trade. Because I think it's kudos to the Clippers for recognizing they're pushing for the West number 7 and number 8 seed, which it wasn't a standing pat in their position if you really look at it. But Harris is playing a borderline all-star, but he's about to be in likelihood and get paid like a superstar. The Sixers can afford to lock him in that contract, and they have 3 other headliners. Yeah, because Kawhi Leonard could go there, KD could go there. It's just so many things that could go on in the free agency as well, but the Clippers don't even have one. Bankrolling Harris' next deal would have forced them to toe a fine, even in line with the landing of Kawhi Leonard, like I just said, and a player option in free agency. Acquiring this much for an expiring contract is a 2-syllable haul, in my opinion. And the Sheldon fork over the amounts of 3 first-round picks cap in relief to a non-top 25 player that'll need to be paid in a few months' time. The Sixers are in a unique situation. They are in a unique situation, and they need to shed the salary this summer. Most notable, Markelle Fultz money. Entering Harris territory without any assurance, the Los Angeles Clippers capitalize on that uncertainty. Not much, changes about the Clippers salary cap outlook anyway, because in the sleepwalk, they weigh more than $50 million in the room, and they weigh. And if they waive Avery Bradley, I don't know if this is true or not. If they want to waive Avery Bradley, they just need to re-announce Harris and just preserve the flexibility in fetching a meaningful asset for this victory, in my opinion. But it's just a lot that goes into the draft. It goes into it. But Tobias Harris is a really good player, and I think he's going to fit with our system. He does average 20.9 a game, but I'm gonna round that up to 20.1, well, 21 points a game, as you could say. He's just one of those type of guys where he could play defense, he could rebound, and he could shoot the ball. We needed another scorer because Jimmy Butler is not giving us what we want. Sometimes he can have a 30 night, and sometimes he just would be more passive, and you just have to rely on Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid if JJ Redick is not in the lineup. And that's what hurt us last night against the Toronto Raptors. We didn't have a scorer outside of Embiid. Ben Simmons was not playing much, and we had Muscala and Shamet at the time, but at the same time, they really couldn't put no points up for us. We just looked like sluggish last night against the Toronto Raptors. But at the same time, I do feel like with the Philadelphia 76ers, we did what we were supposed to do, and we went out and got another scorer, and hopefully can Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris stay a 76er? That is a good question, and we don't know what's uncertain when it comes into July, but I did want to break it down, and I think it was a blockbuster trade, and the Clippers and the Sixers won, but the Sixers got to re-sign Butler and got to resign Tobias Harris if you want to make a push in this Eastern Conference. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got to get that done, because now if you let Tobias Harris walk, we lose this trade. Let's keep it 100. We lose this trade, and we don't want to lose this trade. So Butler, we got to keep. Tobias Harris, we got to keep. So at the end of the day, 76ers, Elton Brand, this is a good trade in my way, and I did not want to get it misconstrued from what I said in my first video earlier this morning. I did not want to get it misconstrued. I just don't know who Mike Scott is. It was just kind of shocking to me at the time, because I really did like Wilson Chandler. But Tobias Harris, and looking up his stats and looking up the way he did over in LA for the Clippers, I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it at all. So with that being said, y'all, this is my full breakdown on how I feel about this trade. Hopefully this team can play together in the second half of the NBA season, and we can make a push to that Eastern Conference Finals. But let us know what you think about this video. Let me know what y'all think. Hit that like button, comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk, and I'll see y'all in the next video.